You'll want to get smarter because it's your path to new doors. You'll realize that your brain can be trained. You'll start with something simple, deciding to think more each day. You'll open a book to learn something new. You'll feel your mind filling with ideas. You'll pick a topic you like, sports, food, or space, and dive in. You'll ask how, because questions wake up your brain. You'll see that curiosity pulls you forward. You'll search for answers, even if it means digging a little. You'll look at others because they know more. You'll notice how people handle their business. You'll borrow a couple of their ideas to improve yourself. You'll figure out what's true so you don't get confused. You'll understand that not everything deserves your trust. You change your mind. You think reading books is boring and useless? And how about this scenario? You grab a self-help book from the shelf, its cover catching your eye. You open it with a flicker of curiosity, unsure what to expect. You read about other successes, real stories of struggle and triumph. You mark ideas with a pencil, scribbling notes in the margins. You feel a lift inside, a quiet spark of possibility stirring. You wonder if this could work for you too. You learn something new. You find time management tricks that seem simple yet clever. You try tips from the book, testing them in your daily routine. You set goals with deadlines, writing them down to make them real. You change habits step by step, swapping chaos for small wins. You see discipline growing, like a muscle getting stronger. You keep focus on what matters, ignoring distractions with new resolve. You enjoy your first steps, surprised by how good progress feels. You start to crave more knowledge, flipping pages eagerly. You rise above yourself. You learn your weaknesses, facing them without excuses. You work on confidence, standing taller with each effort. You read about willpower, how it bends but never breaks. You use ideas in real life, applying them to tough moments. You notice changes in yourself, subtle at first, then clear. You get better every day, building on yesterday's gains. You feel proud of your growth, a quiet strength taking root. You realize the old you is fading, replaced by something bolder. You find inspiration. You read leaders' stories, their failures and hard-won victories. You see their road to the top, paved with grit and vision. You take them as examples, mentors whispering from the pages. You write down your dreams, daring to ink them into existence. You move toward goals boldly, steps fueled by newfound courage. You feel a fire inside, a warmth that pushes you forward. You thank the book for the push, grateful for its timely nudge. You imagine where this path might lead, eyes wide with hope. Friends, sparking talks that light up the room. You read the next book, hungry for more tools and insights. You build plans for the future, sketching a life you once only dreamed of. You live mindfully and vividly, awake to each moment's potential. You grasp the power of self-growth, a force now yours to wield. You look back at who you were, amazed at how far you've come. You decide to excel. You wake up one day tired of average grades. You set a goal to be the best in school. You grab a notebook and plan your strategy. You feel a rush of determination, ready to change. You talk to teachers for advice, eager to learn. You imagine the pride of topping your class. You commit to hard work, no shortcuts allowed. You start believing you can stand out. You master your studies. You organize your desk, clearing distractions away. You break subjects into small, manageable chunks. You study with focus, using timers to stay on track. You ask questions in class, unafraid of looking curious. You review notes nightly, locking in what you've learned. You tackle tough topics first, building confidence early. You feel sharper, like your brain's waking up. You see grades improve, proof of your effort. You build smart habits. You wake up early, giving yourself a calm start. You pack your bag the night before, always prepared. You eat breakfast to fuel your mind for the day. You avoid procrastination, starting tasks right away. You take short breaks, keeping energy steady. You say no to distractions, like phones or games. You track progress weekly, celebrating small wins. You feel in control, like a pro at this now. You shine in class. You raise your hand, sharing answers with confidence. You help classmates, explaining things clearly. You join discussions, adding smart ideas to the mix. You finish homework early, leaving time to polish it. You take tests calmly, trusting your preparation. You impress teachers with effort beyond the basics. You feel respected, a leader among peers. You love the thrill of being ahead. You become the best. You top the class, your name on the honor roll. You win awards, proof of your hard work shining. You inspire others, showing what's possible with grit. You keep pushing, never settling for just good enough. You balance school with fun, staying well-rounded. You thank your past self for starting this journey. You feel unstoppable, ready for any challenge. You know this is just the beginning of your success. You face a small issue. You launch a new game on your phone with friends. You see long instructions in a foreign language. You try to guess the meaning of unfamiliar words. You lose time clicking endlessly without a clue. You open a translator hoping for some assistance. You get annoyed at vague hints from the internet. You decide to finally learn this language yourself. You take your first steps. You install a language learning app in the evening. You say your first greeting word with a smile. You write down a few basic phrases in a notebook. You repeat them in front of the mirror with different tones. You listen to an audio lesson with a native speaker through headphones. You send a short message to a friend in that language. You celebrate a small victory before going to bed. You get into the process. You watch a short video with subtitles over the weekend. You recognize familiar words in the actor's fast speech. You jot down new expressions in your phone's notes. You attempt to build a long sentence without mistakes. You hum the chorus of a foreign song with a guitar. You fix your pronunciation using a voice recording. You feel a surge of energy from noticeable progress. You try it with people. You sign up for an online language exchange chat. You send a long greeting to a stranger with excitement. You read their reply with curiosity and focus. You ask a simple question about their favorite food. You get a funny response with a couple of new words. You thank them for the chat with genuine gratitude. You agree to keep talking the following week. You see the results. You return to that same game with confidence. You figure out the instructions without a translator quickly. You explain the rules to friends in the foreign language. You pass a tough level with ease and laughter. You write a review to the developers thanking them for the game. You notice how the language has become part of your life. You plan to learn even more for new adventures. You wake up early, the day starts awesome. You wake up with the first rays, because the morning calls you. You breathe in fresh air, because it wakes your body up. You brew some tea, because the aroma stirs your senses. You gaze at the sunrise, because it's inspiring. You start the day calmly, because you've got tons of time. You stretch easily, because your body thanks you. You smile at yourself, because you're ahead of the game. You wake up early, productivity soars. You sit down to work because your mind is sharp. You solve a task fast because there's no rush. You notice how much you get done because the day feels long. You accomplish more because you started early. You praise yourself because the rhythm holds strong. You feel in control because the morning's your ally. You say, "I've got this," because energy's overflowing. You wake up late, the day feels crushed. You open your eyes late because you ignored the alarm. You rush around because time's breathing down your neck. You skip breakfast because there's no time to cook. You feel sluggish because your body's still asleep. You miss a meeting because the start's a mess. You yawn on the go because sleep won't let go. You realize the day's half gone because you lost the morning. You wake up late, opportunities slip away. You look out the window because the sun's already high. You miss the quiet because the world's buzzing. You start tasks slowly because your brain's foggy. You forget an idea because the morning didn't spark it. You waste time because your rhythm's off. You regret being lazy because you could have risen earlier. You say, "I'll try tomorrow," because today didn't work. You choose the morning. It changes everything. You decide to wake up early because the difference is clear. You fall in love with sunrises because they charge you up. You build a habit because it works. You notice progress because the morning's your strength. You try it tomorrow because waiting's not an option. You rise with a smile because the day's yours from the start. You thank yourself because the choice was spot on.